The wolf is the only animal that, like humans, mourns the death of its group members. This is one of the wonders of wolves, or that a wolf chooses only one mate for its entire life. Even after that mate dies, it never mates with anyone else. Let me pose a riddle. What if I told you there's a creature that would give its life for its family? Loyalty is sacred to it. It has a complex society, justice matters to it, and even if there's a weak member in the group, it won't let them fall behind. You might think I'm talking about a human. No, don't get it wrong. I'm describing the traits of a wolf. Imagine we're in a winter night. A bitter, bone-chilling cold has spread everywhere, and the forest is enveloped in a strange silence. Now picture a pack of wolves moving through the snow and blizzard. But the way they move is something unusual. In the middle of the pack, an old and frail mother wolf is walking, surrounded by the others. Up ahead, a few young wolves are moving forward, taking on the role of scouting the path. Further back, the older and stronger wolves are watching over the group, and at the end, the leader of the pack comes last, because he wants to make sure that everyone, even the weakest member, isn't left behind. It's interesting to know that this image isn't imaginary, it's real. This is exactly the social structure of wolves. In scientific terms, it's called wolf pack dynamics. But the concepts that put wolves on par with humans, or even beyond them, are loyalty, love, and family. Wolves are incredibly family-oriented. In other words, for wolves, family is more important than anything else. Contrary to popular belief that wolves are aggressive and only seek power, research has shown that the social structure of wolves is exactly like a family. The father and mother are the leaders of the group, but not through force, rather through responsibility and care. The pups stay with the family and are trained for up to 2 years. When a wolf pup is born, it's not only the mother and father who are responsible. The entire pack helps raise the pups. This means that, just like in human societies, wolves have something called a caregiving community. On the other hand, wolves have something akin to a family culture. For example, when it's time to eat, the pups and the mother are fed first. Or if a member of the group gets injured or grows old, they don't leave them behind. They always hunt together, play together, and take care of each other. In this way, many anthropologists believe that these organized and emotional family behaviors are one of the main similarities between wolves and humans. But loyalty is also a very prominent concept in the lives of wolves. When a male and female wolf choose each other as mates, that choice is for life. Even after one of them dies, the other remains alone. Interestingly, a male wolf in Alaska, after losing his mate, separated from the pack for several days. He didn't go anywhere, and he didn't eat. He just wandered around the place where he had lost his mate. Later, when scientists took samples from him, his cortisol level, the body's stress hormone, was much higher than normal. In other words, his body reacted exactly like a human in mourning. In short, as biologists say, wolves are among the monogamous animals and, just like some humans, are truly among the most loyal creatures. The next interesting topic is about justice within wolf packs. That is, in a wolf pack, there is no such thing as oppression or exploitation. The weak wolf has its own food, its position is clear, and interestingly, if a wolf violates the pack's rules, it might be expelled. So they have a structure similar to our human social structure. Moreover, there is an order within the wolf pack known as social order through collective pressure. Now, what does this mean? Imagine in a wolf pack, if a wolf tries to be overly aggressive or too indifferent, the other wolves either ignore it and keep their distance, or even put social pressure on it with harsh reactions to make it return to the group's rules. This also happens among humans. When a child behaves against the rules at school, their friends might distance themselves, or at work, if someone is too lazy. Colleagues create a kind of social pressure through their looks, jokes, or silence. In fact, this kind of pressure is a natural mechanism for maintaining social order among creatures that live in groups. But another strange similarity between wolves and humans relates to intelligence and cognition, something that many people think is unique to humans. But it's interesting to know that wolves, just like us, experience a wide range of emotions. That means a wolf can feel sad, get lonely, become happy, even feel jealous. And beyond that, it can also recognize the emotions of others. This trait is called emotional awareness. On the other hand, if a wolf finds itself in a difficult situation, like falling into a trap or getting stuck behind an obstacle, it often tries to find a solution and even learns from its previous experiences. This is exactly what psychologists call problem-solving skills. In fact, the way wolves communicate is much more advanced than we think. With their howls, they don't just make noise, they accurately pinpoint each other's locations, warn one another, convey their emotions, and even exchange social messages. From tail and ear movements to body posture and even eye contact, it's as if they have a complex nonverbal communication system that reminds us of our own body language. These behavioral similarities, especially when combined with concepts like emotional intelligence, empathy, and even playfulness, show that wolves are not just a bunch of hunters, but beings with a complex mental life. But in this section, let's take a look at the different theories that exist about the similarities between humans and wolves. A very interesting theory suggests that when we humans first started living in tribes about 300,000 years ago, we had a kind of coexistence with wolves. They were hunters and so were we. Gradually, the smarter and more social wolves got closer to us, and we also learned things from them. In fact, there is a theory called the domestication hypothesis, which says that not only did we domesticate wolves, but wolves also made us more social. We humans sometimes see ourselves as so superior and become so arrogant and self-centered that we forget some animals surpass us in qualities like loyalty, justice, love, empathy, and even emotions such as grief and mourning. We consider wolves to be dangerous and wild creatures. Maybe it's us who have forgotten how to live, not the wolves. Do you think wolves are actually more humane than us humans, or are we just being overly sentimental? Be sure to share your opinion in the comments because I genuinely want to know your perspective. We live in a world where sometimes you have to look into the eyes of a wolf to find humanity, not necessarily in the face of a person. Wolves teach us that true strength lies in protecting the weaker ones. Leadership means standing at the back of the line, not the front. Love means a constant choice, not a disposable relationship. And community means being together, even when everything is difficult. So if one day you see a wolf in the heart of nature, don't be afraid of it. Maybe the wolf is just a mirror, so you can see yourself more clearly in it.